The United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners of North America Apprenticeship and Training Fund presents Basic Skills, a pre-apprenticeship training program. Stationary power tools. This Basic Skills module introduces the pre-apprentice to these common stationary power tools: the radial arm saw, the power miter saw, the table saw, the jointer, the drill press, the band saw, and the bench grinder. Follow these construction rules when you work in the shop or at the job site. Always wear personal protective equipment, including hearing protection, eye protection, respiratory protection, and proper attire. Keep others out of the safety zone while operating equipment. Keep all guards in good operating condition. Clear away scraps from work surfaces. Use push sticks when cutting small or narrow material. Disconnect power before changing blades or belts or making adjustments. Keep machinery in good working condition. Lubricate and clean regularly. Do not operate equipment on wet ground. Report injuries immediately. If you're unsure of an operation or procedure, ask for assistance before operating the equipment. Do not remove or jam safety guards on equipment. Use the radial arm saw for cut-off work in the shop and at the job site. The parts of the radial arm saw are the table, the overarm, the motor, the blade, the upper guard, the lower guard, the fence, the elevating crank, the handle, the yoke clamp lever, the bevel cut protractor, and the arm clamp. Before using the radial arm saw, first check the angle of the blade with the table. The protractor on the saw indicates the angle of the blade. Most cuts will be 90 degrees. Examine the saw before connecting the electrical power. Be sure the blade guard moves freely and there are no objects like wood chips lodged in the guard area. Examine the blade to make sure it's secure and not loose. Also check the sharpness and condition of the blade. The teeth of the blade should be pointing down toward the back of the saw. Before making your cut, check the angle of the blade with the table by using a scrap piece of material and checking for square. When cutting through a board, the blade should extend at least 1/8 of an inch below the board. For cross-cut operations, move the board to align the mark with the blade. Be sure the blade is not in contact with the board. Position the blade behind the fence. Turn on the power. Firmly hold the board against the fence. Pull the saw slowly through the cut, making sure the blade cuts on the waste side of the line. Once the board is cut, push the saw back to the original position and turn the power off. When you're not using the saw, lock the saw to prevent it from sliding along the arm. Stop the video now and refer to the practice exercises in your workbook.